Hear ye, this is Slur Potato. And, where's the rum? I need the rum right now. Not the point, but this is what if Luffy was a descendant of Captain Jack Sparrow. So, let me begin into this what if. First, let me say subscribe to Sensei Iconic What Ifs and Obito What Ifs. Now, I want you to all just go to Iconic's new video and go into 34 seconds and tell me what you like about his thumbnail. I'm only saying this because very interesting thumbnail that he made, but not the point. Just get him to 10 likes on his newest what if, because that's what he asked, and also ask for his second thumbnail. Just ask for a second thumbnail. But not the point. Other than that, let me say this again. I already said go subscribe. Oh yeah, the links will be in the description. But other than that, let me begin into this what if. Also, I am going to do part 2 of what if Luffy became a Marine instead of being a pirate. I don't have the thumbnail for that, but I have another what if idea. Someone kind of, I would say spam, but they only comment twice. So I'm hoping they don't comment again on this video because I already fucking am doing your what if. Shut the fuck up. But other than that, let me begin. We gotta go find the rum. But yeah, let me just begin. So after Luffy kind of being on his ship and sailing away, this is where Luffy says, where to go? Well, let me look at my compass. He looked at the compass. It's pointing somewhere else. It's kind of locked onto Orange Town a little bit, but yeah. And, well, not Orange Town. Mostly, the town that's what's it called. Well, Zoro would be at. And this is where Luffy is kind of sailing towards it. Because he can see, his compass does kind of point a little bit. But, of course, this is where, his compass is really helpful, but yeah. This is where, Luffy is going straight towards it until he sees a bigger ship. And this is where he says, must take that bigger ship. This is where, he goes on top of, he goes to the ship and all that. He sails on, sails towards it. There's no water pool. Also, that giant sea king, he defeats it in an instant by pulling out his sword and slashing it into a million pieces. But yeah, this is where Luffy says, that ship looks good. Maybe I should take it for myself. This is where he goes on and he kind of climbs aboard. There's a bunch of pirates. They're confused. Luffy says, hello there, gentlemen. You have a very nice ship. You mind if I take it? This is where they all look at him. Huh? This is where Luffy says, oh, you don't mind? Well, that makes it very much, that makes it much, much more, thankful for me. Because I needed this big boat. Now, all of you fuck off my boat. This is where they say, what the hell are you? This is where Luffy punches one in the face, knocking them out. And this is where Luffy just knocked his ass out. And this is where Luffy starts running towards the steering wheel and all that, the ship and all that. And this is where they're all kind of chasing him. And this is where Luffy kind of sees the steering wheel. There's actually no one on there. Also, where's Alvida? Alvida's kind of in the captain's the captain's quarters. But yeah, she doesn't know what's happening. But this is where Luffy sees it. He grabs the steering wheel and kind of throws it straight to the right. This is where, the sail kind of goes from straight, it was straight already, towards kind of going straight towards Luffy. This is where Luffy's ducks, and this is where, it goes, hits the other crewmates off the boat, throws him off the boat. This is where Vito was confused hearing that commotion, and this is where Vito gets out and says, what are you all doing, man? And where the hell did everyone go? This is where there's only two, and they're saying, Captain, look. This is where Vito says, who are you? This is where, Jack says, not Jack. Luffy says, oh, my name is, Luffy. Or you can call me Captain Luffy D. Monkey S. Yes, he kind of found out his, very last name stands S and not just Monkey, but yeah. But this is where Luffy says, but not the point. Thank you for your ship, and I need you all to move out of my ship. This is where, she says, screw that. Why you bastard for doing this? This is where she tries to strike him with the club and all that. Luffy pulls out his sword, cuts it by just cleanly cutting it in half. And this is where Vito widened her eyes. And this is where Luffy says, "Did you say something? Let me just say something. You're truly not a pirate if you don't use a sword. Who the fuck uses a club? But that's not the point. Now either get the fuck off my ship, or should you want me to kill you?" This is where Vito says, "Kill me? Yeah." This is where a giant giant slash happens. This is where she's bleeding. Two of her crew members kind of grab her, kind of goes onto the small little boat that's there. And of course, this is where, well, Vito's taken there because Luffy threatened them again. This is where Luffy, he decides to sail off with the boat. And also, Koby kind of gets out, and Koby's confused. Where's everyone? That's where Koby looks up and sees, well, Luffy. Luffy says, he looks into the compass and says, "Interesting. So I'm going there. I guess there must be an island over here." This is where, well, Koby says, who are you?" This is where Luffy looks at him and says, "You're not a pirate. You're too small and too fragile to be even a pirate. So, did these pirates capture you or something?" This is where Koby kind of nods his head confusedly. And this is where, well, Luffy says, "Good, because we're going to an island. You can probably get off there." This is where Koby says, are you some kind of hero?" This is where Luffy bursts out laughing and says, "That's a that's a good joke, kid. I'm not a hero. I'm a pirate. I just decided to rob another pirate's boat. But hey, who really cares? But I am a pirate, kid. And I'm just here stealing this boat. But don't worry about it. We're going straight to an island. You can get off there, become whatever. I don't care. You can contact Marines. Something, get on a boat, get back to your island or whatever." This is where Koby kind of like shaked his head. And this is where he's kind of bowing his head saying thank you. This is where Luffy nodded. This is where they go towards, well, the town. I forgot what it was called, but yeah. This is where, well, Zoro is there. This is where Luffy, when they're kind of getting there, Luffy didn't actually notice this, but he accidentally kind of broke the sails. Well, not broke the sails. Like, one of the pirates accidentally forgot to, well, the boat was kind of needing repaired, and of course the boat started kind of sinking when they were getting to the island. And this is where Luffy says, "Oh, fuck." This is where Koby was confused, and this is where Luffy says, "Get up here, kid." This is where Luffy kind of uses Come on me to grab him up, put him up all the way on top of the, like, whole ship. And this is where, when they're kind of getting close, Luffy kind of puts it on park or whatever. He's just like, It's kind of getting there. They get near the dock, and this is where it, like, fully sinks. And Luffy kind of gets all the way on top and says, "Come on, kid." This is where Koby nodded by walking next to him when he got off the, what they call it, top, because it's now at the bottom. Because, yes, the boat fully sinked. Luffy says, "Fuck, now I need another boat." This is where Luffy is walking until a Marine says, well, not a Marine. This is where a kind of, like, sail dockman was there, kind of looking at all the boats. This is where, well, Luffy was walking past this man. And, of course, he says, "Hey, you." This is where he looks at Luffy. Luffy says, "Yes, gentlemen." This is where, well, or gentlemen. This is where he says, what about, I need 3 berries for your boat to be sink, and also a name. This is where Luffy says, "Oh, 3 berries. How about I make them 6 berries, and, you can forget about the name." This is where, well, the man says, "Okay, Mr. William." This is where Luffy says, "Good." This is where Luffy walks away. Of course, he has a bag of money that he took from the guy, but yeah. This is where Koby wins. I see in the fact that Luffy just bribed someone. And this is where Luffy says, "What are you looking at, kid? Come on." This is where Koby decides to follow him because he doesn't actually know what to do. He can't really go back home because, well, it's the reason why he was kind of, well, he was kind of abandoned by his family when, well, not abandoned. Most of his family kind of died by pirates. So he has nowhere to go but to follow Luffy. This is where Luffy, he gets to the place. He kind of like looks around for any place to kind of eat and food and other things because he's kind of hungry. Now, of course, he still is kind of like Luffy, but yeah. Luffy did find a liquor store before going to a food place. And of course, he goes in at first. He says, "So do you sell any rum or sake?" This is where, well, the person says, we got only 2 bottles of rum left. That's where Luffy says, I'll take them. This is where, well, that would cost about 30 berries. This is where, well, Luffy kind of pays it. This is where Luffy takes the 2 rum and starts drinking some of it. This is where Koby kind of knows that this is how a pirate acts like. And this is where Luffy, he gets to the food place. And this is where Luffy, well, is trying to get towards the food place first. Until he kind of like, accidentally take a left turn and actually went towards Marine like headquarters and all that. Well, not Marine headquarters, mostly on the island, the Marine place and all that. This is where Luffy looks over the wall because he was confused. He sees, well, Zoro. He sees the, what's it called? Well, I want to say Hero Hunter for some reason. No, not the Hero Hunter. What's it called? The Bounty Hunter Zoro and all that. Of course, this is where, well, he sees him tied up. And this is where a little girl kind of jumps over the wall, and Luffy kind of saw that. And this is where the little girl tries to, like, give what's called some rice cakes towards, well, Zoro, until some Marines and Hot Pepper appears. Hot Pepper throws the little girl out of there, and this is where Luffy managed to grab her before she even fell, by not using the Yama Nami, by kind of just grabbing her from the back of the shirt, and kind of putting her down. This is where Luffy says, ugh, hey Koby, can you hold my rum? This is where Koby was like, what are you doing? Luffy says, oh, nothing crazy at all. I don't. This is where Luffy, he was about to like get over there, but saw the Marines and Hot Pepper leaving. And this is where, well, Zoro is kind of seeing the rice cakes. And of course he can't eat it, even though he's hungry. Luffy jumps over and says, hello there. What's your name? He doesn't know exactly this is Zoro. And this is where, well, Zoro says, you don't know me? And it seems like you're like a pirate or something. Well, I am, good sir. But it seems that you look hungry. Do you want the rice cakes that the little girl kind of tried to give you, but the Marines kind of stomped on it? This is where Zoro says, I don't need charity. This is where Zoro's stomach growls. This is where Luffy says, you really don't need charity, do you? This is where Zoro says, fine, just give me it. This is where he gives Zoro the rice cakes, and this is where Zoro eats them and says, please tell that little girl thank you. This is where Zoro smiles. Not Zoro, mostly Luffy smiles, saying, you're not really a terrible person. So, how about you join my crew and stop doing this whole bullshit pirate thing? This is where Zoro says, screw that, I only have a week left. Or, yeah, a week left. This is where Luffy says, okay. This is where Luffy kind of tells the little girl that Zoro was thankful for her, and the little girl smiles. This is where, well, they get to the kind of food place because Luffy was also hungry. And of course, Luffy was kind of drinking his rum. Now, of course, this is where, well, Hot Pepper gets there, and of course, the Marine kind of also there. And this is where Hot Pepper was talking smack, a lot of smack. This is where Luffy sends a wave of Conqueror Spirit, knocking out the Marines and even Hot Pepper. Luffy was pissed, very pissed. He kind of hates that shit anyway. He hates how people kind of like, well, betray other people's trust. So of course, Luffy kind of gets the Marine place, and of course, this is where, well, Luffy gets to it, and well, Luffy kind of talks to Zoro, and of course, this is where Zoro is saying, if you can get my 3 swords, then I will join your crew. Then I will think of joining your crew. Luffy nodded, so of course Luffy says, so, fastest way is to come. So he just stretches his hand out and just kind of grabs on the edge of the kind of top. And of course, launches ass all the way up there. Luffy, he kind of sees the statue, so of course what he does is kind of kick it before kind of being launched up in the air. Just kick the shit of it. And of course, this is where Luffy kind of like sees the statue about to fall on all the people, and sees Hot Pepper. He kind of grabs Hot Pepper by, well, putting a gun to his head, because yes, he has a flintlock. Hot Pepper says, please don't shoot me. Luffy says, I will shoot you in the head if you don't tell me where Zoro's 3 swords are at. Hot Pepper kind of tells him the room. Luffy gets into this room and was about to shoot Hot Pepper because of the fact that, well, this is a fucking girl room, not a dude's room. This is where, well, Hot Pepper was already knocked the fuck out because he kind of cried himself to, well, passing out, but yeah. Of course, this is where Luffy sees the 3 swords and says, this guy's pathetic. Fuck this shit. He grabs the 3 swords and kind of rushes towards, well, Zoro's location. And this is where, well, Koby's trying to help Zoro, and this is where the Marines were about to shoot all of them until Luffy appears. And when the bullets were going straight towards him, instead of Luffy kind of revealing that he has the Gama no Mi, because that would kind of ruin his kind of like clothing, because bullet holes. This is where Luffy kind of just pulls out his sword and kind of cuts all the bullets pretty fast. This is where he puts his sword back and kind of just says, very interesting. You all tries to kill, well, a bounty hunter, and also a kid. You guys are pathetic. This is where Luffy has a dark, deep tone of voice. Zoro was surprised. He saw that this person's sword was so fast, he could not even see the sword reflexes. This is where, well, he then saw, well, what's called Jack, or whatever his damn name was again. That one guy with a hammer, or a hammer axe, or axe guy. So, of course, this is where he says, all of you damn Marines, just kill yourself. Luffy says, don't kill yourself. Instead, let me help you out. Knocks them all out instead of just killing them. Because Luffy sees that they are all hesitating when they try to shoot themselves. And this is where Jack, or whatever his damn name, hammer, whatever, axe guy, whatever, he says, whatever that was, I will not be affected by it. He rushes towards Luffy. Luffy already did cut the ropes. And of course, when Zoro sees that he has his 3 swords, his hands and other legs and other things are free. And Koby is kind of right next to him, hiding behind Zoro. This is where Luffy says, it seems that I'm gonna have to take you kind of serious. Fine, I'll take you kind of serious. Before Luffy was about to pull out his sword, Zoro appears, cutting, the axe guy, cutting his, well, mostly like chest 3 times, like 3 slashes. This is where the guy kind of falls down before Luffy, and Luffy says, interesting, you helped me out. Why is that? Zoro says, because you helped me and that kid from getting shot. You're not seem like a bad guy, but I want to see. I want to see your strength. I want to fight you. I want you to use your sword. Don't bullshit me. You know you're a swordsman also. Luffy says, I'm not a swordsman. I'm a pirate. I'm not specifically kind of into a type of, well, not type of category. I'm not a chef. I'm not that much things. I am a little bit, but not much. So, being a swordsman, I would probably lose against you, Zoro. That's where, well, Zoro says, but I still want to see your skills before I... Okay, if you can hear me kind of open something. Yes, that's a refrigerator again. But not the point. This is where Zoro says, I want to see your skills as swordsman. You cutting those bullets so easily shows that you're pretty good at using that sword. Luffy says, I will not use a sword. Zoro says, why not? Luffy says, because I will only use my sword unless, well, you're my enemy. But I want you to be, well, my first mate in my, well, crew. So I will not try to kill you. Zoro says, I won't die. I will show you that I'm strong. Rushes at Luffy with the 3 swords, and Luffy kind of dodges a slash. Luffy sighs and says, fine. If I use my sword, will you join my crew after I defeat you? Zoro says, if you can. This is where Luffy has his sword right next to Zoro's neck. Zoro widened his eyes. He did not see that movement of blade. Luffy says, do you now give up? Zoro says, fine. Luffy says, good. Because I was actually thinking if you wanted training or wanted help into getting faster in your swords. And he says, do you have a dream or something? Zoro sighs and says, yeah, my dream is to become the strongest swordsman in the whole world. Luffy says, then I'll try to help you with that. My kind of green hair friend. This is where, well, Zoro says, so, are you truly sure that I am your first crew? Yep, don't have anyone else. Just started. What about the pink hair? That is the boy that kind of helped from some pirates. I don't know what he wants to be. That's where Koby says, I want to be a Marine. That's where Luffy says, then go be a Marine. I'm not stopping you. I'm a pirate. If you wanted to be anything else, that's your dream. That's where Koby nods and decides to, well, when they get back to the restaurant and all that and Zoro does eat, that's where the Marines kind of says, we need you to lead pirates. This is where the people kind of protest, but this is where, well, the Marines can't really kind of keep the pirates who kind of just defeated their somewhat leader. And of course, this is where, well, I'm sorry about that. Their somewhat leader. And of course, this is where, well, Zoro and Luffy gets up, and this is where Luffy kind of says, it's fine, and we will leave. This is where, well, what's it called, sorry about that way. This is where Koby kind of says, wait, well, not Koby, mostly the pirates, not pirates, the Marine says, wait, what about the kid? Luffy says, I only use them to kind of clean my deck, and that's all. I'm a pirate. I took him away from his family. I'm a scum, a thief. I only took him just to be used to clean my deck. I am not needing of a pathetic, worthless person in my crew. This is where Koby kind of heard all those words and realized that Luffy is trying to kind of get rid of him so he doesn't have the status of like being held by a pirate. This is where Koby says, screw you, fucking pirate. I always wanted to tell you this, but I hope you fucking, well, sink into the water. Luffy smiles, and this is where, well, he gives a little smirk, and this is where Luffy walks away. Now, I should mention, Luffy is not dumb. He's also not just overthinking in his skills. He has pretty good battle IQ and pretty good IQ. And also, he's also good at navigating, okay? So, Luffy kind of walks with Zoro towards a boat, and Luffy kind of takes a marine boat. Yeah. Luffy kind of says, so let's get on a marine boat. This is where Zoro says, wait, what? Don't worry about it. I'm just kidding, not a marine boat. Let's get on a little bit medium boat. So of course they get on a medium boat, and this is where they're going to the next island. This is where, well, so Luffy kind of goes to that island where they kind of meet Nami. Of course, when they get to the island, instead of Luffy using Gama Gama no Mi to kind of stretch up and get onto a bird, that didn't happen. Luffy is navigating, and of course Zoro says, so what else do we need? Luffy says, we need a navigator, a, well, cook, a doctor, other people, you know. You realize here that we need a lot of things for different categories for, well, being a pirate. Or a pirate crew, mostly. Zoro says, but you're good at navigating. Why do we need a navigator? Luffy says, I'm not that best at navigating. I'm pretty good, but I'm not that much good. Now, of course, let's just go to this island. If we can find a navigator, then we're good. If we can find, like, at least 5 people in, well, what they call East Blue, which this is the East Blue, then it'd be fine. We will go towards, well, the Grand Line after this. That's where, well, Zoro says, so, you want to go to the Grand Line? I heard it was dangerous. Dangerous? Yeah, you would say some. Not that very dangerous, but it's dangerous because of all the different creatures, other powerful pirates, and marines. Yeah, but still, the more powerful the enemy is, the stronger we can get. Zoro says, I guess you're right. Luffy says, well, we go in here. So of course they get there, and of course this is where when they dock, this is where, well, they start walking. This is where, well, they are walking around the town until an orange-haired girl kind of runs past, well, not runs past him, runs towards Luffy and says, Captain, you're here. Here, you can deal with him, right? She then runs away. This is where Luffy was confused, but then he saw, well, the three guys kind of trying to chase after Nami. And Luffy kind of had something behind him that he kind of took from Nami before Nami ran away. This is where Luffy says, hey Zoro, you want to deal with them? Zoro says, with pleasure. He knocks them all out without unsheathing his sword. Just bonks him in the head so easily, but yeah. This is where Luffy says, interesting. This is the map that she had on her. This is where Zoro says, what is that? A map that she had on her. She seems like to be a thief or something. Zoro narrows eyes saying, thief. Aren't we pirates or something? She can be like a pirate thief. But I stole from her pretty easily. Well, Let's go find this treasure or something. I don't know. I am kind of running kind of low on money, but don't worry about it. This is where, well, Zoro kind of nodded. This is where, well, Nami kind of looks over and she sees the map on Luffy's hands. This is where she realized that the map that she had behind her was gone. This is where she gets off the whole, like building and says, "Hey there." She kind of tries to use her sweet tone on Luffy and Zoro. Luffy says, "Do you need something?" Luffy kind of smirked at her. This is where Nami says, well, do you want to team up so you can help me defeat Buggy?" She kind of smiles. This is where Luffy says, "No, not really. I don't really want to team up, and I don't want to listen to you anyway." Both Zoro and Luffy kind of walk away. This is where, well, Nami says, "Wait." Luffy says, "How about this?" Luffy turns around really fast. "How about this? You join our crew. You seem to be in some desperate money of, like, taking some money from some pirates. And whatever pirates are here, I can help you. I am not going to join your crew or any of this bullshit, so shut up." This is where Nami goes, "Rude? Okay, fine. Yes, the pirates here are named Buggy. The Buggy pirates." Luffy says, "Buggy pirates. Don't really care." That's where Zoro says, interesting. They must be powerful if they're just here, kind of, at this island." Luffy says, "Not really. The pirates here in East Blue won't be that powerful. Besides, I soloed the hell out of some pirates a while ago, before going towards your island. Or, well, the island you were captured at, but yeah." This is where Zoro nodded. This is where Luffy says, "But, let's go to a restaurant first before fighting some pirates." Luffy was kind of hungry a little bit. Zoro likes what chops, even Nami. They get towards, well, like seeing a dog. And the dog is kind of like protecting the store and all that. This is where Luffy gets to the dog and says, "Hey, dog. Come here, dog. This is where the dog bites Luffy in the thumb. Well, not in the thumb, in the finger. And that's where Luffy says, "What a good dog you are. You're very aggressive and seems to really protect this shop." This is where the dog widens his eyes and sees that Luffy isn't screaming in pain or anything. Luffy is kind of holding the pain. This is where Nami says, Are you not feeling the pain from the dog biting you?" Luffy says, "No, not at all. The dog seems to just protect this, store. And I can kind of appreciate someone very dedicated to protect something they love." That's where Luffy kind of gets his, like, finger away from the dog after the dog kind of was about to bite on Luffy again. And this is where Luffy kind of takes his finger out. But this is only a dog food restaurant, so let's go to another restaurant. So where when Luffy and Nami and Zoro are going to another place, Nami was about to tell Luffy about how the people are kind of like hiding all that from pirates and even Buggy pirates, but yeah. But before she could even say anything, Luffy kind of already sensed what it was coming towards the shop, like a cannonball, and Luffy appears right in front of the dog, putting out his, hand out but putting it into armor and hawking, grabbing the cannonball before the dog in the store can get exploded. Luffy says, "What the fuck?" Luffy has his voice dark and deep tone. This is where Nami and Zoro widen their eyes because they did not see Luffy's speed. Holy shit. Luffy is having the cannonball. Luffy says, "Interesting. So, is this one of Buggy's, I guess, cannonballs?" That's where Nami widened her eyes. She can just see Luffy holding that cannonball without a hesitation in his eyes. Instead, his eyes are dark and deep color. This is where Nami nodded. This is where she says, "That's like a Buggy cannon or something." So Luffy says, "I see. So those pirates have just kicks and funs about just shooting a cannonball at a island they already decide to kind of terrorize more." He kind of crushes the cannonball right in his hand, and it does explode, but of course it doesn't affect Luffy. Luffy kind of throws like the remains of the cannonball like aside, and this is where Luffy says, "Zoro, we're going there. Screw the whole mill. I'm going to kill them in an instant." This is where Zoro says, "I see. Then let's go." This is where, they're going towards it, and this is where Nami says, wait. You don't know how strong they are. So, let's just think about what's it called before going there." This is where Luffy says, "Fine." I'll listen to you. Nami says, you're not listening to me. You keep walking away, towards them. You're not listening to me. Listen to me. That's where Luffy says, I had enough of listening to you. Now shush. This is where Nami goes, shush. I'm trying to help you. Luffy says, I'm a pirate. I don't need help. This is where Zoro kind of like walks next to Luffy, and they get towards the Buggy side, and that's where Buggy says, hello there, Nami. It seems you brought 2 visitors. Are they some prisoners that you managed to escape? Nami says, yeah. And this is where Luffy says, shut up. This is where Nami was kind of scared, thinking that tone of voice was towards her. No, it was Luffy towards Buggy. Buggy says, huh? Are you threatening me? Huh? Do you not know I am the great This is where the, Luffy does say, I am the great Buggy. Huh? You should not be talking to me. I'm the strongest out there in the East Blue. This is where his other crew member says, yeah. This is where Luffy says, I said, shut the fuck up. This is where he sent such a powerful potent wave of Conqueror Zokin, knocking out almost all the pirates. All the lower pirates. Buggy felt this. He whined his eyes. Like his eyes popped out of his eye socket. And this is where the 2 mates of, what's called Buggy is like two mates. The one was kind of looking like a sheep, and the other one kind of looking like a clown. Not clown. Whatever those people that kind of juggle things. But yeah, on the unicycle or whatever. This is where, they almost passed out. This is where the lion got scared. It ran away. Fuck that. That Conqueror talking like he has the instinct to run. He just had the instinct to fucking dip. This is where those 2 are kind of like nauseous, and of course they passed out. This is where Nami saw this. Zoro felt that pressure. This is where he gets like a shiver on the spine. Luffy goes straight, walking towards Buggy. This is where Buggy says, You're able to use that. I didn't know people can use it right in the East Blue. Luffy says, don't worry about it. Luffy pulls out his blade and was about to kill Buggy. This is where Buggy says, please, I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything. Please, don't kill me. He knows that sword has armament hawking on it. This is where, he can see that the blade is black, fully black. This is where Buggy says, you won't be able to kill me. Blades don't work on me that much. This is where Luffy says, I see. So if blades don't work on you, then fine. Luffy puts his sword back, and Buggy says, well, you lost your match. This is where he still tries to attack Luffy, even though he felt that powerful Conqueror's wave hawking with his kind of knives, and Luffy pulls out a gun right in front of his head. Buggy widens his eyes. Luffy says, I never said I wasn't going to end your life. I never said I was going to just give you mercy. It seems that you, falsely thought I was going to give you mercy. This is where Buggy says, bullets don't work on me. Bullshit, you're not made out of rubber. This is where, Buggy says, what do you mean rubber? I'll show you what I mean rubber. This is where Luffy, he puts his, hand into armor hawking, puts it all the way towards, Nami and Zoro are at, like the distance, and Luffy says, like I said, let me show you what I mean. Gama Gama! Black Fist Punch! This is where he punches, Buggy in the face, and of course, sending him, not Black Fist Punch, he says, what's it called? Fist of, Gama Gama no Mi Pistol. He launches that with his black armament fist that's coated on his fist, punches Buggy across into another island. Like, he punched that bitch so hard. So yeah, this is where, Buggy's ending up in the island and knocked the fuck out. This is where, Luffy says, stupid fucking bastard. He looks at the left crew members, but he doesn't kill them. He doesn't care. Instead, he walks into the boat, takes almost all the berries, like all of them, into 2 bags, and starts walking past, walking towards Zoro and Nami's direction. That's where he gives a bag of money to Nami, and this is where he takes the other bag of money that he has. This is where Nami had her hands kind of hold out, because Luffy kind of like put them there, but yeah, to kind of hold the bag of money. And this is where Nami, wide her eyes, sees all the money, and this is where she says, berries. This is where she kind of snapped out before even asking, "What in the fucking hell did you just did?" Luffy says, "I'm a pirate. What do you think I'm gonna be doing?" This is where Nami says, "No, what was that?" "None of your business." This is where Zoro says, "It seems that you kind of got rid of my fun, Captain. It's messed up." Luffy says, "Sorry about that. It's just they kind of pissed me off way too much." Zoro says, "I can see how you're kind of angry. So, where do we go next?" "Well, we find the villagers first." That's where, well, Luffy kind of like, well, what's it called, sense where all the villagers are at by using his arbitration hacking and goes towards them. This is where Luffy knocks at the door. This is where a person opens it and says, "Who are you?" Luffy says, "All the Buggy members are defeated." This is where they say, "What, really?" "Yeah, you can go look at it." This is where a bunch of people go look at the, well, what's called the location of all the Buggy members. They see that Buggy's gone and all the members are kind of knocked the fuck out. This is where, well, Luffy says, "Here's the bag of money," towards his chief. And the chief says, what is this?" "All the money that Buggy kind of stole from you." This is where, well, the chief says, Thank you so much. How can I repay such a kind-hearted man like you?" Luffy says, "By letting us leave." This is where, well, the man says, "Don't you want to, like, eat with us or kind of, like, drink with us?" Luffy says, "If you knew what I was, you probably won't like us that much." This is where, well, Zoro, he narrowed his eyes knowing that Luffy's going to say that he's a pirate. Probably. And Nami was confused. What is Luffy thinking about? This is where the chief says, "Nonsense. It's fine. You saved us. So, are you some kind of traveler or?" "No, I'm a pirate." This is where the chief elder widened his eyes and everyone else widened their eyes. They did not know a pirate can be helpful. Luffy says, "But it seems from all your eyes, it seems that you're all scared." "But nonsense. We're not here to attack you." "Well, I'm not here, or my, well, first crew member here is not here to attack you. We're just starting to leave." This thing where, well, Nami was confused. She thought that Luffy was going to say that she's also part of the crew, but Luffy started walking away. Zoro started following along, and of course, this is where Luffy, he did kind of get a few kind of like food from, well, not Buggy, Buggy's kind of ship, and this is where Luffy kind of gets to his own ship. And this is where, well, Luffy says, "Well, it's time to go, Zoro. Also, here's some food." This is where Zoro grabs a bag and says, "Where did you grab this?" "From Buggy's." This is where Zoro says, "Well, it's time to eat. You didn't get any, like, drinks or anything?" "Nah, I only got 2 bottles of sake." Damn it, I wish it was rum. That delicious sweetness taste of rum. But here's the bottle of sake. This is where Zoro says, "Steak is still good." This is where Luffy says, "Yeah, sure, yeah." This is where, well, Nami is starting to say, "Wait up." This is where Luffy says, "What do you want? Aren't you gonna stay here?" This is where Nami says, "Nah, since we're still team up, let's just go with each other." This is where, well, Luffy says, "I don't need you, but okay." This is where, well, Nami says, "Nonsense, I'm a navigator." This is where Zoro says, "I mean, you did say that we need a navigator." Luffy says, "I guess you can come with us." This is where, Nami says, "Good." This is where she gets on, well, another boat next to them and started kind of sailing with them. This is where, well, Zoro, he is kind of having his eyes closed and all that. And Nami is kind of like navigating and all that, going to another island and all that. And this is where Luffy kind of whispered towards Zoro, "Hey, Zoro." Zoro kind of like opened his eyes a little bit, saying, "Yeah, Captain." "I don't really trust her much, the orange hair girl. Just keep your eye on her. Make sure she isn't doing anything slick, trying to steal our treasure or anything like that." This is where Zoro says, "But didn't you give all the treasure?" "No, I didn't. I took a couple of, I was just saying, don't worry about him." Luffy kind of like shows that he has, well, on his jacket, he has a bunch of berries, like a bunch of fucking money. This is where Zoro says, how you doing there? Don't worry about it. There's some things that you don't need to worry about that much. This is where Zoro kind of says, okay. This is where, well, Luffy has his whole jacket full with gold and all that. Those 2 bags that he gave, one to Nami and one to the villagers, was not all of the gold and, well, not gold, and the berries that was on, well, the ship. Luffy has them on him, like on his jacket, like his coat. Because yeah, Luffy, he is still a pirate. He is not very nice and all that. So yeah. So of course this is where, well, Luffy, Nami, and Zoro gets to the island where Usopp is at, and Usopp says, "I am a pirate with 1,000 men." Blah 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 blah. This is where Luffy kind of uses a Gama Gama. Well, not using Gama Gama Nami. Instead, walks up the hill a little bit and says, "I don't see people. I only see you 3. I mean, not 3. 3 kids and 1 you. Why do you look like Yusan? Or not Yusan, Yosan?" This is where Usopp says, "Wait, you know my father?" Kinda, yeah, I know him. I met him about when I was 7 years old, but This is where, well, Usopp says, "Really? How was he?" Wait, we should just get to the, what's called, like a restaurant on there. So, of course, not Usopp, Usopp does take them all into a restaurant to eat and all that. Luffy talks that Yosan was pretty good. He was a great sniper, a great man, a great powerful warrior in the Shanks Pirates. Well, Red Hair Shanks Pirates. This is where Usopp is very proud of his father. This is where Luffy thinks, you might be also a sharpshooter just like your father, aren't you? That's where Usopp says, yeah. This is where Luffy kinda says, then let's go outside for a second. Well, not Usopp says, yeah. That's why I want to know if you would like guys to join my crew. This is where Luffy says, no. But I am looking for a sharpshooter. This is where Usopp says, huh? Let's go outside. This is where after eating and all that, Luffy kinda ate. Nami and Zoro kinda walk outside, but yeah. Luffy says, I wanna know if you're actually a sharpshooter. Here. He gave Usopp like a flintlock that he took from like Marines and all that. Like he didn't give Usopp his own flintlock. He knows that any person that tries to touch his sword, his flintlock, his kind of compass, and other things will kind of pass out or die from the conquer socket that's embedded into them. This is where, well, Luffy says, whatever. And this is where Usopp says, well, I never actually shot a gun. I'm good with a slingshot. Luffy says, then show me. Show me with the slingshot then. Usopp says, yeah. Luffy kind of takes the, flintlock back and does kind of like dispose of it by just throwing it away. This is where, Nami says, wait, what are you doing? Don't you need that? Luffy says, I have my own. I don't really need it. I only took it just in case I need a sharpshooter that actually needs to use a flintlock. This is where Usopp kind of pulls out his, slingshot, and shoots the rock very far. Luffy can actually see it still with his eyes. This is where Luffy saw how far Usopp shot the rock with his slingshot. Luffy kind of, smiles and says, you're not half bad. Not half bad. Wanna join my crew? Usopp says, well, maybe? This is where Luffy says, I guess maybe it's okay. But do you have anywhere on this island to have, to sell ships and all that? Because we need a ship to get to the Grand Line. But yeah, the Grand Line, mostly. This is where Usopp says, I have someone that can sell a ship, I guess. She doesn't really need it. So yeah. I forgot her name, but of course, this is where they get to it. They meet Kudo, and Kudo kind of has saying, you are not needed here, Usopp. I need you to get out of here, you scum. That's where Luffy says, calling someone a scumbag even though you're a pirate seems for you to be a hypocrite. Kudo kind of widens his eyes. This is where he pulls out his blades, but this is where Luffy pulls out his flintlock. Luffy says, I can easily shoot you in the head if you want me to. But I don't want to get anyone traumatized. So, instead of punching you, instead of shooting you in the head, he kind of just punches Kuro in the face so hard with Armor Man Hawking Fist. This is where, well, Kuro is knocked the fuck out. This is where the other butler appears, and this is where he says, what's it called? Let me actually remember. He says, Miss Kaya, are you okay? This is where Kaya says, yeah, I'm fine. Luffy says, I just knocked out the captain of the pirates. Don't know what pirates he's from, but knocking him out would be much easier. That's where, well, Luffy says, I would ask for a boat, but I will stay here for a couple of days, just to make sure the pirates that are around here somewhere still here or they already left, just so I defeat them. Zoro, you always said you wanted to fight strong people. We don't know how strong these pirates are, so get ready. Usopp, protect Kaya, and Nami, you stay here also. Nami says, yeah. This is where, well, Nami says, but now, okay, well, bye guys. This is where Nami says, well, it's time to count my money. This is where, when she was about to count her berries, this is where she realized that it's gone. Luffy is right now counting it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where Nami widened her eyes. Every time she tries to like count her money and all that, she realizes that Luffy takes it, even though she tries to take his money. But Luffy's too skilled and can easily like dodge her trying to steal stuff. This is where, well, she widened her eyes. She realized that Luffy is too skilled in trying to steal from people, and yeah. But I'm going to end it off here. But yeah, I have to go do something. But other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night. But yeah, bye bye, potato.